And welcome to another edition of the Sports Editions from Upper Level Productions. I'm boy Fabito, and I'm here with you guys, Matt, Hype Man, Osiris. A little too hype. Let's get it.
I'm hype. Of course I'm hype. It was a great weekend, bro.
Come on. Great weekend.
Come on, man.
Continue that long-standing tradition.
It's a lot of 3-1s out there, baby. Come on.
We always continue that long-standing tradition where Giants don't draft black quarterbacks.
We're going to talk about the draft first. What we talk about first?
Speaking about drafts, before we get into the NBA playoffs, we're going to do a quick recap of the NFL draft. Mm-hmm. So, I know you guys got high grades on certain people, but who won the draft?
I'm not really much into who won the draft.
But I know
the Giants. I know the Giants did a hell of a job.
We consensus on the Giants. If you are a Giants fan, I'll tell you right now, the council's happy. We see the direction. We at least we now have a choice in direction. We love Abdul Carter. We love Cam Scatterborough. I think they had another defensive tackle. I can't remember his name, but he was also great. I'm hyped for the future. The Giants got some weapons. We got some decent. I mean, the only thing about Russell Wilson is his attitude and his personality, but decent quarterbacks at the quarterback positions. I'm hyped.
When I look at win or lose, I wait for what the results bring in. So I wait to what the results bring in for the after the draft pick. So I do what the Giants did by paper. If you want to say by paper, if it was a win or lose, I'll say the Giants won by paper. But now the question is, will that paper translate to the field? That's when I sit there and be like, where the wins and losses came in. Because just because you drafted high, and we've seen a lot of people get drafted high wind up being a bust, and we see people who draft low wind up being gems. So I always like to see and wait. So you pick them, great picks, but let's see now if they now flourish on the field. So. But the Giants did a hell of a job.
And then the opposite, because I'm in the same accordance. I think everybody who drafted kind of drafted well, but who's the biggest head scratchers on the draft, on their draft pick?
I know people are saying Shedeur Sanders, but I'm looking at it like it's a blessing in disguise that he went to Cleveland. Because I was saying last week, remember I said last week, I think that we need to change our direction or mind on how we look at draft picks. I just think that if you go high, you're going to be the worst team. And if you get draft low, which in this case, you got draft fifth round, right? And he went to Cleveland. Look who Cleveland has. You got a veteran head coach, right? Cleveland was just in the playoffs, just the season before. They didn't make last season because of injuries, but that's because of injuries. You got they brought him back, paid him a lot of money. Then Myles Garrett, got a bunch of veterans that could play with. So it's not like this team is like one of them actual first draft pick that's like a shitty, messed up team. He's actually going to a good situation. So I think that people, like you said, it was surprising, but at the same time, if you step back and look, he went to a good situation.
Yeah, I agree. I do. You always said the situation where he can actually flourish, and you look at that quarterback room in Cleveland. If Shedeur comes out and does his thing, because the one thing I'll say about everybody had something to say about Shedeur why he fell in the draft. The one thing that wasn't said, which is very consensus, nobody ever talked about his ability to play. If he could play, what he will do. Everybody always said he didn't do well in interviews. No one ever said the kid couldn't.
From what I'm hearing, they gave off if he gave off that, do you know who my pops is?
Right, right. And that was the one consensus that he just did not care in the interviews, but no one ever came out and said we didn't know if he could play. We had questions about his ability to play. That was not something said about Shedeur. So I am happy he was going to the Browns, and I can't wait to see what he does. I hope he does play with that chip on his shoulder.
Not in the notes, but Travis Hunter.
What's Jack?
Him going to Jacksonville, going to Duval. Is that a good fit for him?
Yeah, because you got a good quarterback like Trevor Lawrence. Now, Trevor
Lawrence is becoming pretty pick happy lately.
Well, this is what I was about to say. Now the pressure goes on Trevor Lawrence. Because now you got a good weapon or generational weapon like Travis Hunter that can play on both sides of the ball. So now you got an elite wide receiver. So that's why I'll go back and say, yeah, you got Trevor Lawrence. But you are right. The pressure goes more on Trevor Lawrence now that you got an elite wide receiver like that. So, yeah, it's a great fit, but now it's in Trevor Lawrence's ball.
And considering the fact that, they were pretty much saying it's a weak quarterback. There's 2 in the first round. I haven't seen 2 in the first round in a long time.
Tennessee.
That was a while.
Right, Tennessee grabbed one, and who was the second one?
The Giants, and they had to trade up, but trade up in the middle of the first round.
Yeah.
They got Jacksonville in the first round?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go.
So,
27.
Cam Ward, the pressure is really on. To me, I feel on Cam Ward than anything, than any quarterback on the draft. You know why I say that? is because as though we deem it as a weak quarterback class, you were still picked number one. You were still like. Is that addition, or am I just making this up? Like, is that additional pressure?
This guy can go back from what I'm saying. I really don't. At this moment now, the way social media and draft classes work, I really don't care about number one picks. It's where you go. In this case,
Tennessee.
So on Tennessee now, to now grow that Cam Warren. Like Cam Warren did what he did. He did what he had to do in college, right? He's on tape. But now you're going to Tennessee. Now it's Tennessee's job to make sure that he flourish. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. So if he was a bust, who was really a bust? Him or Tennessee?
I get that. I
think that's just me. I'm just trying to change.
Sense. I mean, from that perspective, it does make sense.
I'm just trying to change the mindset of like, just because you're the number one pick doesn't mean you're going into a great situation. That's never the case.
No, because you usually go to. There's a reason why you're number one pick.
It's not because you're nice. I mean, yeah, you're nice. It's because that team is shitty. So to me, I look at it more like Tennessee needs to put players around them to flourish. That's just me.
All right. Well, moving on. Let us know. Write down in the comments what you guys thought about the NFL draft. Your hits, your favorite misses, what your team should have had done. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Hit that notification bell for when the next video comes. Now, moving on to the NBA, where we promise it won't be a snooze like that Miami game. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Nah, that was a whooping. I feel Memphis.
Man, it was like the first quarter. I was like,
they were about 60.
I saw it. My slip was done. I just threw my phone. I was like, yo, whatever.
They were about 60 at one point. But
whatever, man. It was like 23-7 when I checked it. I was like,
and you know what's funny? And you said if they had Jimmy Butler, I don't even think it mattered.
Yo, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, damn, who is Ty Jerome?
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing why I think why they got the ass beat so bad. Not because it was just last night, but this is me. It's just that when you go hot for so many years, eventually you're gonna burn out. And I just think that this run. I'm always looking.
They were on a game. You're right.
Yeah,
they were.
You're always a play-in or playoff team. You've never been in a lottery.
They would go from play-in all the way to first.
Yeah, so you don't get good draft picks. So it's like after a while, it's like that catches up to you. Fatigue catches up to you. And then the last two games showing that, bro, your culture, your organization, everything about your basketball needs to be reset. Or at this point, I think
that heat culture, you
can go for a rebuild.
They were all talking about chemistry and how Jimmy Butler was messing up chemistry. But see how that brought up to the last time we were talking about it? Is it chemistry that builds culture, or is it culture that?
Well, that's what I say. It depends on the team. And the team is sport, but in this case, it's like you got to rebuild.
I didn't think Hyman had a stance on rebuilding or something like an organization like the Heat. I didn't think he would.
You got to because you've been going hand for like 7-10 years, and after a while, it's insanity.
You got to try to bring him. Different mentality to bring in more free agents.
Yeah, it's insanity. Just let's go back at it again next year. Let's go back. Okay, you are doing it for 70 years. After a while, you have to switch up personnel. You got to switch up mentality. Spoelstra, I'm not saying to switch him out. I think he's one hell of a coach, but I just think that the players they have in that organization, it needs an overhaul.
What you guys thought about OKC
beating Memphis? But that was expected. Here's the thing. Every team except for one. Well, there's actually two series, but the one with the Denver and Clippers, that's gonna go. That to me, we said 7 games. I look at it like a boxing. That's going 12 rounds. That's going deep 12 rounds. That's gonna be up to the decision. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not really like that, but it feels like that. Every team has gone to the next round except for one. And that's your team, buddy. The one.
Hold on.
The one with high expectation.
I got good analysis and think for that. So
the one that was
I got good analysis.
I think I'm gonna start off with the Warriors and Rockets. Remember we said it was going 7-game series, but the Warriors are up 3-1. I think the Rockets lost the series when they didn't win the game where Jimmy Butler was out. If you win that game, mentally you got that. Mentally the Warriors win. I look at it from a mental standpoint. They're gonna beat you. Now they're up 3-1. So I don't have a problem with that. The next being up Detroit, we said 7 games. I'm happy 3-1. I'm happy they're wrapping it up. I'm so happy. And I want to say this real quick. And I want to say this. If that Knicks team show up, you can compete with Boston and Cleveland.
All right. So
I'll say that at the end of the season.
Fair warning, we are recording this on a Tuesday night, releasing the episode on a Wednesday night.
Let me go through the series there. Okay.
So we might things might change where the Knicks might actually win it out tonight. So,
Well, even if
with
they
that
don't,
being said, there's something else about the series that I do want to talk about.
I still got them 6. I still got, like, for example, like the other 3 series going 3-1. I still got the teams going back to game 5 win their home games. So I don't mind that. When you say that, I think the Pistons are going to win the next game.
Now, to me, out of all the series in the East, that's the best series.
Which one?
Out of all the series in the East,
The Knicks and
Pistons.
oh, hell yeah.
So,
we knew that.
Hell yeah.
And with like all good series, there's always going to be controversial calls. From the messing up of the play clock and giving Detroit a little extra timeout, to the no call, no foul.
Chubbs, this is for you. Let's go, baby. A win is a win. Let's go, right, Chubbs? If you was alive right now, you'd be saying that. A win is a win.
Yeah. Controversial calls on.
Bias, baby. I'm being biased.
Controversial calls.
That's got my New York fitting on. We're being biased. I'm not a Knicks fan, but for Chubbs.
Controversial calls.
Oh, well.
Definitely part of the game. They're gonna happen. Somebody refs gonna make a mistake.
Did they play physical all game?
Yeah, they did.
So all of a sudden now we're gonna swap. We're gonna blow the whistle when there's a physical. But they were physical all series. I mean, it's not the most serious. It's not the most physical series right now. The most physical is the Warriors and the Rockets. But they've been playing physical. So all of a sudden now at the end of the game, you want to blow a whistle? So no, niggas got that W. Let's go Knicks. That's for Chubbs. All I think about is Chubbs when I think about the Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
So that's why I'm rooting for the Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.
That's it.
Devin, you from New York, baby. You better root for the Knicks.
I'm rooting for the Knicks all the way, but
Let's go, baby.
The Knicks, I feel because the Knicks are just, I don't know what it is, but when I'm watching them, it's like, damn, I should have watched the all regular season because they play like this all.
No, they weren't playing like that.
No, they weren't. They wasn't. No, they wasn't. That's what I said.
That's what I'm watching. When you watch them, it's like, wow, the
grit.
A cat turned me up, man.
The grit, yeah. You see, because
cat turned me up.
When I said that, when he said we scored at 0 point, how upset I was.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like, I don't get what the problem is. You scored 0 points in the second half. That's unacceptable. If you would have scored 10, we would have won that game. We would have probably swept. But we lost that game because of him. What happened on the last game? We came out 5 shooting 5 threes.
Then hit that 3 from way down.
Yeah, the way down. He hit 5 that game.
Yeah.
I don't, screaming. You bring that energy. Bring that energy to the Cleveland and the Boston series.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, moving on to the West, where to me, this is the more intriguing series because it's going like wire to wire. Denver is keeping up with the Clippers.
Except for that one game blowout where the Clippers beat the Denver, but other than that, the games have been 3 points or less.
The Aaron Gordon dunk was crazy.
That was the.
I was like, damn, he really got that off. He really got that off too.
I think that's the first ever in history.
Let's say the Denver could get past LA. Y'all think Denver could make that run? You think my preseason pick is gonna be?
They play OKC.
They'll play OKC next.
Nah, that's it. OKC.
Ooh.
It's only because I feel like I'm seeing the series. Jokic is doing almost a little bit more than normal, and it's almost like Jokic is doing a lot and they're barely. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Jokic is doing this a lot, they're cruising. Like Jokic is doing a lot and they're barely. And this is the Clippers. It's a tough Clippers team too. Like
they came in hot.
Yeah, it's a Clippers.
And Kawhi Leonard's healthy.
I mean,
if you say Denver, I'm gonna pick OKC. If you pick the Clippers,
you pick Clippers?
No, I mean being the series over Denver, and they meet OKC.
You pick OKC still?
I'm still gonna pick OKC. But I'm not saying, but I'm going to be confident over Denver and then be like, damn, they got the Clippers coming out and be like, I'm still going to pick OKC, but it's not going to be like if it was Denver. I think Clippers will give anybody a run for their money. So let's see what happens in the series. Like you said, that is the best series because they're like, to me, it's like boxing.
Yeah, they really are.
I do like Houston Golden State Warriors.
Physically.
I thought that was great defensive, but again, it's really showing both teams' weaknesses in these games. Like,
I didn't look at it like that.
Really
I didn't look at it like that.
Do we know that though?
I didn't look at it like that. When I was watching it, especially yesterday, first half was horrible basketball because the physicality was too much that neither team got into their rhythm, so they set, and then going towards the halftime, it became with Draymond Green and Dylan Brooks, and it was like, I hope this is not the second half. I want to see basketball, and that's what the Warriors did came second half. So the first half wasn't really pretty. It's on both sides. Not because of their lack. It's just that you guys were just holding each other too much physicality. Like, yeah, we want physicality, but at the same time, like, I'm not trying to be like, you guys are not scoring a bucket for 5 minutes because you guys are just punching and kicking each other. You know what I'm saying? So that was the one thing that was like, I view our first half was, I was like, it wasn't pleasing. Second half was, they play basketball.
All right, moving on to the game that everybody's waiting for this conversation. Now, series, LA and Minnesota. The Lakers cook, and we're going to start off with Matt.
Why me? Why start off with me?
Because you're the Laker fan. I'm the negativity guy.
No.
I need a little positivity.
I'm the
People want to
hater.
hear some negativity.
You want to hear? All right.
I want to hear some positivity.
No, but it has.
You know where I'm going to get the negativity from.
Yeah, exactly. Let him give his negativity off. He has to give his analysis. My analysis is only response to his analysis. So you go off. You give your
first. Okay, so the response. I'm gonna say right there, just like game one in this game, their last game was JJ Redick. They lost because of JJ Redick. Like, how you sit there and play with 5?
Why do I agree with Hype Man right now?
Why you play with 5 players?
I'm so freaking mad.
Because you played for the first coach. This is a rookie coach, right? And we get it. But still, this is where I'm gonna have to get on all of y'all. And I'm not saying you, the LeBron James boat.
I'm here to take my lashes. I'm here to take my lashes.
When I saw what I saw, especially at the end of the game, guess what I said? Darvin Ham would never.
That's a fact.
So that's number one. That's where y'all. That's where I'm gonna say the only blame, but the majority of the blame goes to JJ Redick who's in that game. Okay. Now scoring now come second half because of JJ Redick. You guys were tired. LeBron James scored 0 points, which is unacceptable. So that's another reason why y'all lost. Y'all too small. Like I said, Jackson Hayes only played 4 minutes because he was a -11 the last game. Like I said, it's not looking good for you right now. I jumped. It is a sinking boat. It's to me, y'all not like when it says y'all not the true number 3 seed. Y'all the 3 seed, but y'all playing like y'all the 9th seed. So all the other teams are playing their prospective seed. Y'all the only team I could look at and be like, y'all not a 3rd seed team. Y'all a 3rd seed team by the record, but y'all not a 3rd seed team compared to the other teams are playing. So I know it's disappointing for you. I can't wait for Minnesota.
I will say I expected to get killed by Hype Man just now. I was running this all day.
I thought it did.
Hold on, I got the analysis. Are you ready for the analysis? Are you ready for this? Everybody's ready? Lakers in 7. That's the analysis. That's the analysis. No, but to be honest, yeah, I am. Just because I expected Lakers to this overwhelm with offense, I am shocked. Disappointed that LeBron James and Luka not scoring. That was the 100% disappointment. But then again, JJ Redick, and it's crazy because I'm also mad. I got to eat my words here because you guys said that first game, and it's true because it's like, damn, he really don't trust.
They stopped a lot.
Nobody, and it's so crazy. It's like, damn, and I said it too when I'm watching the game. I'm like, hold on, Rui and Braun is still playing. I was like, wait, did they sit down yet? And I'm like, what happened? We not like Gabe Vincent? Do we not like Jared Vanderbilt? Like, when did they become unplayable? I'm so confused.
Where's Bronny James?
Where's Bronny? I'll put Bronny in. I'll put Dalton connected. I'll put Dalton connected. But the part is, I was never really the issue is from the beginning of the Luka trade, I'd always knew that as much as I like this offense, this is gonna be a problem at some point in time. But either way, I still have my faith in my Lakers. I still have my faith in Luka. However, I will say if they do come out this series, I don't have them going far simply just due to how if Braun is really gonna, if Braun still got to do all this for you to win, it's not feasible. It's not feasible because if they get out this series, the next game is every other day. So it's like if Luka and Braun were tied off a 48-hour wrist hat, they're not gonna make it from these 24-hour days.
Just to let you know, if they say if the Lakers win tonight, we're not expecting.
I expect them to win too.
Every other game for the Lakers
is every other day. Every other day, so, yeah. So I in my head it's like I'm looking back at it.
But this is what I want to say.
Hold on,
that's a question. Okay.
I'm gonna give. Again, I'm always a person that's. I sat up here. I said I'll keep the energy. Still the same energy. Lakers in 7. Still the same energy. Lakers in 7. But I will give my credit to Ant Edwards. I'm about to see him walk down another legend and to potentially walk down some other legends. He may not want to talk about, I don't want to be the face of the league. I don't care, bro. You do this, you are. You got to take it. There's nothing else you could possibly say. You look at what's happening for Ant Edwards. If he does go far, he has no choice but to take it. And because, he looks like Jordan, so of course. But either way, so that's my analysis. Lakers in 7. However, it is an uphill battle. I am so surprised that JJ Redick did not play the second half. I cannot believe he really didn't believe in that Lakers bench. However, they did say it, so I got to eat my words. But Lakers in 7.
Well, really quick, because I've been thinking about this, and I think that we need to stop putting just offensive players being just the top 5 players, the best top players in the world. I think that shit is horseshit.
You like two-way players being the best?
Yes. Yes. I think that we need to stop doing like just offensive playing. I think Anthony Edwards is the best NBA, but the best complete package NBA player right now in the league. Because no, it's not just on offense. He's an elite defender.
Can shoot the three.
Luka Doncic.
Facilitator.
Luka. Now, if you want to have me, if you want to pull out the best offensive players, that doesn't make you the best player. Now you could put Luka Doncic in that.
But wouldn't think being one of the top offensive players make you a top 5 though?
No, because you don't play. Because especially somebody like Luka, my mother don't play ball.
But how many top 5? Okay, I'll let you know.
My mother don't play ball. My mother can run circles around Luka Doncic. And if my mother can run circles around you, do not talk to me about being a top 5 player. You need to be an elite defender. And Luka Doncic is not even an average defender, bro. Thurman and I and you could walk right past him with a basketball. That's how bad his defense is. So we need to stop with this. Oh, these guys are top 5. No, they're not top 5. They're top 5 offensive players. But when we talk about overall, a complete basketball player, do not come with me with Luka Doncic. I've never been a fan of that anyway. But I think that we need to start having that serious conversation about a complete basketball player. Because in football, you get off the field and the defense get on. Then you could talk about defense and offense as far as separating them. But not in basketball. In basketball, when you're not touching that ball and you're on defense. So we need to start talking about great basketball players that is elite on both sides, not just offensively, and think that, like you just said, that offense is just going to win you games. Sherman, what do you think? Matt, what do you think?
I feel like offense can sometimes win you games, but can it win you games? Yeah, I was about to get to it, but it's very clear now it's going to be. It's like James Harden back in the day when when Kobe had said like that's
how exactly Luka. I was going to say, what's the difference between Luka and Harden? There's no difference.
Yeah, it's kind of
no difference.
It is kind of different.
What's the difference?
Like Luka.
They're both 3-point. They're both
Luka.
They're both great 3-point shooters. Yes.
Luka's in the playoffs was definitely more. Luka in the playoffs was definitely more reliable than James Harden in the playoffs. That is fine. Okay, that's fine. That is a fact. So above that, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Luka was averaging like 40, but Harden was not.
I'm not looking at it that way.
Not the same player.
I'm not looking at it that way.
If you mean the same type of offensive skills?
Look, answer my question. Are they both great 3-point shooters?
Yes.
Are they great defensively?
No.
What's the difference between Harden and Luka?
Luka is more consistently. He's more consistent.
I'm not talking about
because it's more than just do you play defense.
Cool. And I don't disagree with you because I'm not talking about accomplishment.
Right.
Forget about it. I'm talking about if you take one basketball player and you compare him to the other one, they're both apples and apples. They're both great 3-point shooters, but they suck on defense. Do not come to me saying they're top 5 players. Never. Ever again. I'm not talking about accomplishments.
Well, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah,
Write in the comment sections. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Now, it's all favorite time of the week right now. Cyrus, which one you got for us?
I put my hat backwards. I don't know how I look on the video. I made it funny. I never put my hat backwards. But guys, it is NBA trivia time.
Yeah, I really didn't like that one.
It was like surprise.
I really didn't like that one.
Guys, I think it's going to be easy. I think the last one's going to be easy, but I'm going to go with the first one, obviously. So, guys, there's 8 teams in the NBA. 8 of them are named, I don't want to say they're named after cars, but they have somewhat of a car's name. Name me those 8 NBA teams.
Okay.
Come on, man. 8.
The Pistons.
No, it's a part.
Forget it. That's literally the first thing I was like, Pistons.
You know why I knew they said Pistons? Because I heard it on the thing, and somebody said Pistons. That's a car part. So I knew somebody, as soon as somebody said Pistons, say that quick. That's a car part. Forget that. Come on, guys. There's 8 teams. You guys can start naming them. You could be wrong. Start with these.
I won't be wrong. I want to be right in the first one that I say.
Look at Eddie. Eddie's giving the name out. Eddie's off the show. He's our director. But Eddie's giving the name. He got one. Look at Eddie. Eddie got one name. Look. What was the first one you said?
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers is one.
That's a call.
Cavaliers is one.
I've never heard of it. What's Cavalier? What call?
Oh, the Cavaliers is an old car, but Cavaliers is a name. Google it. Cavaliers is a car. Thurman, come on, man. Come on, guys. Cavaliers one. It's obvious. Come on.
It's not. It's not.
You guys don't know cars like that?
Chevrolet.
Yeah, she's Chevy Cavaliers.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, got him.
Come on, guys.
That's side camera.
Rocket? No.
No, Rockets is
Rocket's
the
a rocket.
Houston.
Rocket.
Dallas. I'm just gonna start naming teams.
What you
Dallas
said?
Mavericks.
Maverick is a car.
Oh,
so
shit.
that's 2.
What kind of car is a map?
Look it up. You can look up the car. But Maverick is the car. Come on,
Jazz.
guys. Huh?
Jazz.
Jazz is another car.
Holy shit.
One.
I'm just guessing. I know. I'm literally just guessing right now.
That's fine. But you're getting them right.
Jazz.
Come on, guys.
Clippers?
No, Clippers is not a car. You know, think what? Toyota Clippers? Think about it. There's no
I mean,
Clippers.
it sounds like a Toyota.
No Clippers. Come on, guys. It's a good one, right? But you got 3. Come on, man.
Spurs?
Spurs is not a car. You ain't ever heard of Spurs?
Oh man, I know just
Huh?
Drake.
Not the Raptors.
The Toronto Raptors. Raptors. 4 Raptors. 4
That's a
Raptors.
fucking dinosaur, goddammit.
4 Raptors. A 4 Raptor truck.
I told you this is actually the toughest fucking one. I don't care what you. He came out talking about, yo, I got 3 easy ones for you, dog. This was the toughest fucking one you ever gave us.
Seriously?
Yes. I'm not thinking a car.
You want me to give it to y'all? You want me to give it to y'all?
Yeah,
All right.
this one.
I got the 4 though. We got 4 though. We got 4.
Mavs, Pacers, Cavaliers, Thunder, Trailblazers, Raptors, Jazz, and Hornets.
You missed one.
Nah, it's 8. I got the 8.
There's more.
Nah, you got those are parts. I googled this parts.
No,
Read it. You got to read it.
Pistons is the only one you got right.
Pistons a part.
Correct. That's the only one you got right.
Good.
Cavaliers a car.
Yeah,
Toronto Raptors is a 4 Raptor.
I said that.
Right. Washington Bullets is a Mustang Bullet car.
Well, I'm not going that old now.
That's a car though.
NBA, that's ABA.
That's NBA. Washington Bullets. Oh, that's ABA.
Yeah.
I said NBA.
It ain't that
You
damn.
gotta be specific now.
Alrighty.
That's too much. I saw that list. What you looking at? I saw that list. A Hawks is a car.
Studebaker Hawk.
Oh yeah. Troll.
The
A
Studebakers.
Thunderhawk.
Track
That says
Hawk.
Call a Studebaker Hawk car.
There's also the Jeep Jackhawks.
They named the team off the car. Studebaker.
So the next one is the 3-point leaders. Who is number 5? Curry's number 1. Harden's number 2. Ray Allen number 3. Damian Lillard number 4. Who's number 5?
Kobe.
Nope. He's not even nowhere near up there. And you think that, somebody who's a shot, probably shooter, but no, Kobe wasn't even in the top 10, I think.
Wait, no. Dominique.
And
Did you
3-point shooters?
Yep.
You about to name Dominique Wilkins?
I think you're going back to you're going 2 way back. There's an era where the 3-point volume shooting was not all that great. You might as well take a 3-point.
Dominique. Oh no.
Dominique Wilkins is not a 3-point
No,
shooter.
the one I'm thinking about
Klay
played
Thompson?
for Houston.
You locked
Clyde
in?
Drexler.
Wrong.
Yeah. Oh,
No, what's your answer?
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson is the answer.
Yeah.
I did give a hint. I said, you're going way too back. I said, it's got to be in the 3-point era.
I mean, it got to be. It is the only other one person. I was like, it got to be Klay.
Yeah, Klay. That's why I was like, that was easy.
Got to be Klay. Yeah.
Klay Thompson. All right, guys. This is the Who Am I?
Oh yeah, I like this one.
You know this one? I think this is easy because once I name
Stop saying that.
Once I name the first team,
Yo.
y'all going down. I think it's easy. Ready? This is easy. Raptors, Nets, Magic, Suns, Mav, Grizzlies, Kings, then Hawks. Who am I?
Ready?
Mutombo?
Nope.
Vince Carter.
Locked in?
Yeah.
Thurman, changing your answer? Because that was wrong.
Yeah,
The answer is Vince Carter. Because again, he played for the Raptors.
The Raptors. He was right.
Raptors,
It was the
yeah,
Raptors
Raptors,
first.
yeah.
He was right. What was the second one?
The Nets.
Yeah, that's what I gave it. I was like, Raptors. I was like, yeah.
I said,
That's Vince
it's
Carter.
going to be easy. You guys
Vince
are like, it's going to
Carter.
be easy. I said, once I give out the first team.
Alrighty.
That's a good one.
Alright, so now moving on to our
New segment.
Matt.
For my parlay bettors out here, so this game will probably be going on tomorrow. I like Alperen Sengun, 25 points and rebounds. I like Ant-Man for 23.5 alternate points. And I'll Jimmy Butler for over 10 rebounds and assists. Tell me how that go tonight. That's me.
And parents, hope you guys good luck. It's all for educational purposes only. But that's
21.
all the time.
No gambling. Gamble responsibly. 21 and older.
That's all the time we got for today. Tell the people where they can find you.
Hi, man, _V. That's you.
The Black Obi-Wan on Twitter.
The phone killer at Up and Level Productions.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Yeah.
Good NBA playoffs, baby.
Remember, stay up and peace.
That was me, right? Shit.
Yo, peace and blessings. Thank you for watching Up and Level. This is your boy Fabito. If you like this show, you like the Sports Edition, like, comment, subscribe, get involved. Peace.